Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Today's question is first missing positive. In this question, we are given an unsorted array of integers. We have to find the smallest missing positive integer. That is, we are given an array consisting of 1, 2, 0. We have to find the first positive integer, smallest positive integer which is missing from this array. This is 3. As you can see that 3 is missing from the array. Another example is 3, 4, minus 1, 1. In this case, we can see that the smallest missing positive integer is 2. We will not consider 0 as the smallest missing positive integer. We will only consider the smallest positive integer greater than 0, that is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So in this case the answer is 2. And in another case, that is in this array we are given 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So in this case the smallest missing positive integer is 1. So this was the question. Now let's look at the approach of this question. Now there are two approaches of doing this question. One is the brute force approach, in which we will be using an extra space, and second one is the optimal approach, in which we will not be using any extra space. So now let's discuss both the approaches. The first approach is the using extra space, that is we will be using a hash map. So one thing to remember is that, see, there are examples, that is 1, 2, 0, answer is 3, 3, 4, minus 1, 1, that the answer is 2, and in this case the answer is 1. One thing to remember is that the missing value will be in range from 1 to n. That is, what is n? N is the length of the array, that is the size of the array. The number which is missing from the array will be in the range from 1 to n, and we have to find that number. So this thing we have to remember, that the number will be from 1 to n. So now let's look at the approach. First approach is using extra space. What we will be doing in this approach is that we will first build a hash map and store the numbers which are occurring in our array. We will run a loop from 1 to n, where n is the size of the array, and if any number from 1 to n is not present in the hash map, we will return that value. And suppose that if all the numbers from 1 to n are present in the array, then what will be the answer? The answer will be return n plus 1, that is return the size of the array plus 1. So see, in this code what we have done, first we have entered every number in the hash map. These numbers are treated as a key in the hash map. Now we will run a loop from 1 to n, because we know that the missing value will be in the range from 1 to n. Now that we have ran a loop from 1 to n, in this loop we will check whether the number in this range, that is 1 to n, lies in the hash map or not. If the number that is present, that is in the range 1 to n, and it is not present in the hash map, that number will be the smallest missing positive integer in that array. So we will return from this loop only, we will return that number, that is return I. And if we had traversed through all the numbers from 1 to n, and all the numbers are present in the array, that is in this case if the numbers were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we have traversed through all the numbers and they are present in the hash map, so what we will return, we will be returning the size plus 1 array, that size plus 1, that is 7 plus 1, 8 will be our answer. See, in this case 0, 1, 2, we will be traversing the array from 1 to 3, because 3 is the size of the array. We will check whether 1 is present, 1 is present, 2 is present, 2 is also present, and we will check 3 is not present here, so it will be our answer. Suppose this was the case, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have put all the numbers in the hash map. Its answer will be 5. What we will do, we will iterate our loop and check from 1 to n, that is 1 to 4, and check if each number is present in the hash map or not. We will check 1 is present, yes it is present, 2 is present, yes it is present, 3 is present, yes it is present, and 4 is also present. So in the entire loop we did not find any number which is not present in the loop. So in the end what we will do, we will return the array size plus 1, that is we will return 4, that is the size of the array, plus 1, we will return 5 in this case. So this was our first approach. The time complexity of this approach is on, and the space complexity is also on, because we are using a hash map, that is extra space. So both time complexity and space complexity of this approach is O of n. Now we will look at the optimal approach. Now we will discuss the optimal approach. Our optimal approach will take O of n of time complexity and O constant extra space. Now let's see how we will do it. Now we already know that the answer which we are finding will lie in the range from 1 to n. That is, here n is 7. So the answer will lie from 1 to 7. That is, there will be a missing positive integer in the range of 1 to 7. So it means that the number which are less than 0 or equal to 0 and greater than n are of no use. It means that, see, here number is negative and the number is greater than 7 and again negative. So these negative numbers and the numbers which are greater than our n are of no use, because they will never be a part of our answer. So in this case, what we will do, we will find these numbers in the array and will make them equal to 1. That is, convert all the numbers less than or equal to 0 and greater than n to 1. I will tell you later why I am doing this. So first we will convert these negative numbers and the number greater than n to 1. So our modified array will become this. That is, 7 is the first, 7 1 3 1 2 1 1. Here we can see that all the numbers which were less than 0 or equal to 0 and all the numbers which are greater than n are being equated to 1. I will tell you later while I will be coding why I have turned them to 1. So now this is our converted array. So in this case we can see that each value in this array is in the range from 1 to n. That is 1 and n is 7. So each number in the array is in the range of 1 to 7. So we can use these numbers, that is 7 1 3 1. We can use these numbers we can use these values as indexes. So what we will do, see, now the main approach of this question is starting. See, first we have encountered, while we are traversing this array, at first position we are at this index and the value of this index is 7. These values are 1 based indexes, that is, the value are starting from 1 and indexes are 0 based. So what we will do, we are at this position, our value is 7. So to convert it into a 0 based index, what we will do, we will subtract minus 1 from it. So our position will now become 7 minus 1 equal to 6. What we will do now, we have found a position 6. At position 6 we will update our value to negative of that value. That is, initially it was 1. Now when we are at position 6, we will update it as minus 1. First, using this index, we have found the position to make our value negative. That is, we have found a position 6. So at position 6, initially it was 1. So now what we will do, we will negative the value, that is 1 will become minus 1. So this was the case. So now we will move to next index. Here the value is 1. The value is 1. What will be the index? That is 1 minus 1 equal to 0. The index will become 0. So at 0 index we will make the value negative. That is, it will become minus 7. Now we will move ahead. Now the value is 3. So that position will be 3 minus 1 equal to 2. So at this position in the original array we will make it negative. The value will be making is negative. That is, 3 will become minus 3. So now we will move to next iteration, next index. In this case what we will do, our value is 1. So our position will be 1 minus 1, which will be equal to 0. So at 0 index of the original array we will be making the negative of that number, but we can see that the number is already negative. So in this case we will do nothing. That is, once a negative, we will not again change it to negative, that it will become positive. So we will remain it as minus 7. Now we will move to next index. Now the value is 2. The position will be 2 minus 1 equal to 1. So at position 1, what we will do, we will make it negative, because it was positive, so we will make it negative. Now our next position, our position is our value is 1, so our position will be 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So at 0th position we can see the value is already negative. So in this case we do not have to do anything, but we will skip this iteration. So our I will shift to next index. Now the value is minus 1, and we can see that when the value is minus 1, we will subtract 1 from it, it will become minus 2, because minus 1 equal to minus 2, but our indexing is starting from 0, so there is no index called minus 2 in our array. So in this case what we will do, when our value is negative, we will skip that iteration. When our value is negative, we will skip that iteration. That is, in this case we will do nothing. So our pointer will move ahead. There are two cases to note. That is, when our value is negative, we will not do anything, and when, suppose we were at this pointer, this index, our position was 0, but we can already see that position 0 has already been negative. So in this case also we will do nothing. So in both these cases we will do nothing and are simply move ahead, and we will reach to the end of the array. Now this question is a linear solution, but we have to traverse the array twice. First traversal was to make the original numbers as negative, that is positive, converting positive to negative using the indexes. Now when we will now once our array is modified, what we will do, we will again iterate this array, and we will try to find the first positive value in the array. That is, first we were at this index, our value is negative. Now again ahead this value is also negative, ahead again negative, ahead, and this at this index we have found the positive value. So what will be the answer? Answer will be the index plus 1, that is, answer will be index of positive value plus 1. So in this case we will return index is 3 plus 1 4. So our answer will be 4 in this case. So we can see in the array that 1 is present, 2 is present, 3 is present, but 4 is not present. So 4 will be the answer. That is, 4 will be the smallest positive integer missing in this array. So by this method we can find our smallest positive integer. That is, we have found our first positive value, we will take its index and return the index plus 1. So this was the entire approach of this question. Guys, I hope you like this approach. Now we will be looking at the code of this question. So now let's look at the code of this question. First is the base case, that is, if the nums dot size is double equivalent to 0, we have to return zeros. That is, if the array is empty, we do not have any missing positive integer, so we will return 0. I have declared int n, which will store the array size. So first of all, what we have to check, see, if we have to find the first missing smallest positive integer. So what will be the case? See, in this array, when there is no 1 present, we know that the smallest missing positive integer is 1. So if in the array 1 is not present, so this means that our answer will be 1. So what we will do, it will be treated as a base case. That is, I will declare a variable contains 1, that is, it will be a boolean variable. First it will be started with false. Now we will iterate through all the array, int I equal to 0, I plus plus. If nums of I is double equivalent to 1, contains 1 will become true, and we will break through it, because first this is the base case, we have to just find whether our 1 is present in the array or not. If it is not present, we will directly return 1. If contains 1 is false, what we will do, we will simply return 1. This will be our answer. So this was the first base case, that is, we have iterated through the array, checked that each position if it is 1 or not. If it is 1, so we have updated our contains 1 variable equal to false, and then we have made it true and break. and if in the end of the array our contains 1 is false, it means the 1 is not present in the array. We will straight away return 1. So this was our base case. Now we will jump on to our original solution. So what was the first step? Our first step was to convert the negative values and the values which are greater than n to 1. This was our first step. So what we will do, for int I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus, if our values are less than or equal to 0 or our values are greater than n, what we will do, we will update the values to 1, that is nums I equal to 1. So after this loop has run, our new array will be looking like this, that is here also it will be 1, here also it will be 1, and here also it will be 1. So this is our new array, and we can see that all the values in the new array are in the range from 1 to n, that is n is 7, so our values are from 1 to 7. So now what was our next step? Our next step was to iterate through the array, and at each position we have to look for the value, and for that value we have to find the index and make that value negative. See, now what we have to do, we have to iterate through our array. We will look for the value at that array. Value will be nums of I. Now value is nums of I. Initially there it was 7. So our position will be value minus 1. So int index is equal to, say position equal to val minus 1. So our position, now at this position what we have to do, we have to first check whether the position is greater than 0 or not, that is if it is already negative then we have to do nothing. If our nums of position is greater than 0, then only we have to update that value nums of POS, nums of PS is equal to minus 1 into nums of I. This was the first case, and the second case was if our current value, that is if our at current index our value is negative, then what we have to do, we have to skip the iteration. If our nums I, if nums I position is value minus 1, if our nums I is less than 0, that is less than 0, what we have to do, we have to continue. This was the step we have to do. Now we have tackled both the steps. If our nums I is less than 0, we have to continue, and if our nums I position is greater than 0, then we have to make a negative of it. So this, in the end, this was the entire loop thing. Now what we will do, after this loop our array has been modified to this, that is here also it is minus 7, minus 1, minus 3. We have to find the first positive value. Now we will again loop on our new array, int I equal to 0, int I less than nums dot size I plus plus. Now we have to find the first positive integer. If nums I is greater than 0, that is the first positive integer, then we will return the index, return I plus 1, that is index of that value plus 1. So this was the case when we found the value in our answer, and if after running this loop still we do not find any answer, what we will return? We will return n plus 1, that is n plus 1 will be our positive missing integer. So this was the code. Now let's run it. There was a slight error in the code, that is first error was that if nums I dot size is double equal to 0, we will not return 0. The first missing positive integer will be 1 in that case also. If no integer is present in the array, so the first missing positive integer will still be 1. So this was a slight mistake in the code. And another mistake is that See here, when we are finding the position, so what we were doing, we were initially doing position is equal to value minus 1. But what if our value is negative? That is, here in the case it is negative. So what we will do in that case, we will take the absolute value to find the position. So the position of this at this index can be found by ABS of val, that is ABS of minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So our position will be this. So at this position, what we will do, we will multiply it with minus 1 into nums of this only. So 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. So this was 2 mistakes in this question. So now let's run it. So guys, it is submitted. I hope guys you like the video. Thank you.